Good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I do apologize for the traffic noise behind me. This is a cemetery I've always wanted to visit. This is the, Ahavath Gerim, donated by the Listman family and in memory of Hyman and Rachel Wasserman, Temple Sinai section, Chabad section. And the entrance on the other side, pillar says the same thing. If you're going to come in here, do be careful of this. Holy cow, my car is low to the ground and it did not like that dip in the ground. Alright, so walk back here, and I've been recording at the Burlington Hebrew Holy Society cemetery for the last couple of times this week, and decided, you know, what the heck, I'll just come down here and check this one out too, because I can. I don't know if I've ever seen this closed, but then again, I didn't realize there was this gate right here, this fence and all that stuff. So hose connected there. A pipe, more like a pipe maybe, but some other interesting things to show you here besides my car, which has been in a few pictures now. This is a very small cemetery compared to the one I was just in. I swore I would not be doing another video today, but I should be traveling for cemeteries instead of traveling for history. But what the heck, they're quiet places, and I just like cemeteries. So how about this sign right here? Stones for grave visitation here. Zoom in for you on that. And actually, let's take a look-see in the bucket. Yes, there are stones in the bucket. All right. Look at those lovely flowers back there. I'll be walking back there. No worries. I'm wondering if they're hydrangeas. I recognize, I think, 6 flowers. Sad yet true. The place where I used to live, I was resident manager there for 9.5 years. I think I lived there for 10. I provided flowers in the lobby for 9.5 years that I lived there, and it's so sad that I recognized like 6 flowers. But we can see some names we probably recognize from the Ahavath Gerim. You can see this is a Temple Sinai graveyard. Someone who was a veteran. It looks like a well cared for cemetery. Really like that. It bothers me when cemeteries are not cared for. I'm sure it does you as well. Margolis. That name is familiar. Why is that name familiar? I don't know. If you know, well, you probably wouldn't know why. I would think it's familiar, but perhaps there's a name. Oh, this looks like a picture holder here. Let's take a look-see, shall we? It is indeed a picture holder. Wow. Wow. That is lovely. And they look pretty happy too. Ooh, another picture holder. This one says mother on it. It's a little hard to see, but it's doable. It's yellowed some. The picture seems to have yellowed some, but thankfully it's still readable. And as long as I'm over here, Rosalind Plur, she went by Roxy apparently, and Israel Izzy. She was February 23, 1918 to May 9, 1995, and he was May 31, 1912 to March 25, 1998. Now I remember there was an Israel Solomon an Israel Solomon who was a tailor in Burlington. That's what I'm trying to say. I wonder if this is the same person. Israel Solomon, S2, U.S. Navy, World War II, May 31, 1912 to March 25, 1998. So matches up with Izzy over there. And look at these lovely markers, monuments, really. That beautiful engraving on either side. That's just lovely, isn't it? Wow, it's just lovely. And another rose granite. I was commenting in part 2 of the Burlington Hebrew Holy Society cemetery of a rose granite headstone, and Joyce always in red. Now this is a Rachel Litsky, 2nd Lieutenant, U.S. Army, World War II, February 22, 1917 to November 8, 1911. Now, I think of Rachel as a woman's name. Could have been Women's Army Corps. If you have any thoughts on that, you can certainly put them in the comments below. I'd like to read your comments. People have made all sorts of interesting comments so far. It's fun to have conversations in the comment section. Wow, look at this one. Krinovitz, Hyman, Francis Black, and look at that. What's an eternal flame, perhaps? I'm guessing it is. Admittedly, I can't see it. There's a glare on my. There's a glare on my lens, on my the photo area of my lens. Today in filming, it's 86 degrees, and it says that it feels like the heat index says it feels like 96 every inch of 96. I had said I would not film another one today, but you know, why not? I was out here, my phone is plugged in and charging. It's all good. 1898 to 1980. Wow. Dear son of Ida and Samuel Miller. This is Jacob Miller. Let's continue. Some more veterans. Stephen David Berkowitz, PhD, 1943 to 2003, so 59 or 60. So young. Loving husband, wise teacher. Never give up. I like that sentiment. A veteran, David Abraham Leber, Lieutenant junior grade, U.S. Navy, World War II, June 15, 1926 to May 8, 2013. So a a lieutenant in the Navy would outrank a lieutenant in the Army. In case you didn't know that. In high school, I was in the junior naval ROTC. So we learned that stuff. It was actually pretty interesting. Kenneth Mark Esquire. Oh, another photograph. Oh, I do. How many times must I say how much I love a photograph on a headstone? Kenneth Mark Esquire, May 24, 1949 to March 19, 2018. Devoted husband and father, loving son, brother and grandfather, inquisitive, living life to the fullest, a man who made you smile, a protector, a fighter, forever in our hearts. For love, down at the bottom here, for love is stronger than death, passion fiercer than the grave. And apparently Janice Morgan Lowe, November 30, 1946, is still alive. Oh, this looks somewhat fresh. All right, let's continue on. I'm in Kaplan, 1915 to 1987, and there's a little, it looks like a little liquor bottle. I'm wondering, does anyone know the symbolism of the hands? I've seen the menorah on multiple headstones and the Star of David like this one has, but I've also seen the hands, and I don't know yet what that means. If you know, I would love to know. So if you could put that in the comments below, or if, when I share this on Facebook, if you want to put in the comments there, that'd be really awesome. Interesting. This person's last name is Pollock, right? Pollock. And yet this person is also Pollock, and it's ACK. Misspelling? Mistake? Just one of those things. Another veteran, Richard Gary Weinberg, 1944 to 2017. Loving husband, father, grandfather. And the hands. The hands again. I am working on some research. You'd be surprised, the mountain of research, the different things I'm researching for the channel. Funerary symbolism, I find that utterly fascinating. Who else is buried here? Let us see. More veterans. I wish there was an attachment on the mower that would blow this stuff off. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's nothing. That's likelier, of course. But it just seems like it would be more respectful. This gentleman was a private in the U.S. Army during World War II. And you can see on his grave marker here, this gentleman, also World War II. Gershuni, Hyman and Mary Aladort. There were a lot of Cohens buried at the other Jewish one, the Burlington Hebrew Holy Cemetery. Burlington Hebrew Holy Society Cemetery. If you decide to walk around here, just be aware that the ground is quite uneven. Ooh, a couple of listman graves. Ooh, little tiny bugs everywhere. Irving and Lillian. Okay, yes. I knew her. When I was a work study at the Fleming Museum, gosh, when I was a UVM student back in the 80s, she was a volunteer there. She also served, as I recall, on the the Fletcher Free Libraries board. So, pretty interesting. Elizabeth Listman, Woman of Valor. Wow. I wonder why she has that title. You know, why someone gave that to her. Bertha Ida Nathan Silverman, 07 to 2001. Beloved mother and grandmother. An older section, sure. Rebecca Cohen, 1883-1961. More Goldbergs and Cohens here as well. There were a lot at the Burlington Hebrew Holy Society one. Ooh, and over there's a bunny. Can I pan in enough for you? I'm thinking not, but it's over here, in this area right here. Oop, it's taken off. It's got a strong motor. Those back legs, poof, gone. Found this bench I'm going to rest on for a few minutes, and it says, in honor of the Levi and Reuben families. I know it's pronounced Reuben because I used to go to a doctor, Reuben, a very long time ago. I mean, a few decades ago at this point. So, but from here, I can show you what's over there. Oops. Alrighty. Although it's just been a moment for you, I've been sitting for almost half an hour, recouping my energy to finish up this cemetery. So let's come back over and take a look, see at these other markers. George Louis Sager, a private in the U.S. Army, World War II. Moses Irwin Sager, a Tech 4, U.S. Army, World War II, and their graves are right there. In fact, George Louis Sager was an MD. Herbert D. Cohen, and he's buried, his main marker is right there. Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II. Catherine Press Green, who apparently went by Kitty. 06 to 08. Huh. I like that. Harmon B. Levine, MD, 07 to 83. Bumps. That's in quotation marks. Bumps. It's kind of funny. And here's a Margaret Levine. First Lieutenant, U.S. Army, World War II. Oops. June 8, 1918 and May 5, 2001. I'm thinking the Women's Army Corps, WAC. Rosman and Meslina, you are dearly missed. I think we should all have this kind of sentiment on our headstones. But they are cutting the grass across the street, so hopefully you can still hear me. And then there's this interesting marker over here. I interchange marker, monument, headstone, gravestone. You may have noticed this by now. And it says, in memory of our brethren who perished in World War II, may their souls rest in eternal peace. And I come over here. Erected 1961. It's lovely. And then over here, there's this. This is not the bench I was sitting on earlier. I was sitting on that one over there. In loving memory of Minnie V. Bortz. A gift in memory of Minnie from the Bortz and Adler families. More Bortz buried over there, I see. Oh, Minnie. Minnie's buried over there. And then, whoops, there are those trees, bushes, plants. They're plants. I'm thinking they're hydrangeas, but please tell me otherwise if I'm wrong. Aren't these lovely? Wow. These look like petunias, but that could be one of the few I'd recognize. Oh, and pansies maybe. Down here, pansies. Diana Popik Weiner and Julius D. Weiner. You make your own happiness. She lived from 1918 to 2017, and he lived 1918 to 94. So this is Bortz, Minnie, devoted wife and mother, loving sister, aunt, and daughter, always special to her friends. And Robert L. Bob, born June 3, 1937. Apparently he is still with us. I don't know the symbolism of the two lions with Torah, maybe? I don't know. But please feel free to tell me. Silver, and then fox and cutler. And back there it also says Temple Sinai. Reformed congregation. Way in the back there. Right there. And let me pan in for you. Then over here we have Julie Carpenter Grunwald and Hettina, Albert and Charlotte. He lived from 1925 to 2015, and she lived from 33 to 2016. For him it says a gentle smile and a kind heart, and for her, Tikkun Olam. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And there's only one more stone. Oh, here we go. Here's a close-up of these trees. These flowers. Aren't they pretty? No discernible scent. And there's one more headstone I wanted to show you. It's over here. I know this last name. And that is this one right here. Resnick. I know a Robert Resnick. Last I knew, he was one of the directors of the Fletcher Free Library. He plays instruments. He's a super nice guy. Super nice guy. Great sense of humor. And when I was a volunteer at the Fletcher Free Library, whenever I had a question or anything, he was right there to help. This is not Robert's grave. He is still alive. But I'm thinking perhaps he's related to this man named Sanford Shep, 1933 to 08. Devoted, beloved, righteous family man who made us laugh. Well, this was a quick cemetery. It's on Patchen Road, just like the Burlington Hebrew Holy Society Cemetery is also on Patchen Road. This one is set pretty far back. You can see it's pretty far back from the road, right? But if you have a chance to come here, why not? It's free. There are stones available at the front, we saw, and it's nice to pay our respects, whether we know them or not. All right. If you're enjoying my videos, I would ask that you consider subscribing, and then if you decide to subscribe, go ahead and click on that notification bell, and you will be alerted whenever I upload a video. And that's every day of the week right now. There was one day where I uploaded not one, not two, not three, but 4 videos in one day. The other 3, besides the main one in the morning, there were 3 others. 2 were shorts videos, 16 seconds each, and the ones with the most views. Go figure. Severe thunderstorm, flashes of lightning, some potential for flooding. It was wild. And then the other one was a little over a minute long, also on the same thing. So I definitely enjoyed filming those 3. They were fun. So on that note, I'm also on Instagram at Traveling for History. I'm on Facebook, Traveling for History. I'm on Twitter, and that is at Traveling for HI1, and the 1 is a numeral 1. And I have a website that is coming shortly. So, yeah, Good times, good stuff, fascinating people buried here. So many interesting folks. Alrighty. Until the next one, you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.